So let's get to it. Abilene High, San Angelo Central met for the 99th time tonight at Shotwell Stadium. The Eagles trying to even up the overall series. Pick it up in the first quarter. Central comes up with the first big break. Tristan Beal has the ball stripped from him. Bobcats recover, and they are headed the other way. 2 plays later, Bobcats get a crease on the far side of the field and a whole lot of green. Running backs finally brought down at the 2-yard line before he be brought down. Next play, Micah Smith is going to keep it, breaks a tackle, and scores. Central has an early 7-0 lead. Still the first quarter, the black shirts make a play. Eagles hold up the running back, and Jaden Stark strips the ball, and the big fella is headed the other way. A 63-yard big man touchdown for Abilene High, and we are all knotted up at 7 apiece. 3rd and short now for Central. Abilene High stands up. Receiver right after he catches it. A pair of Eagles combine for that tackle that forces a Bobcats punt. Move to the second quarter, more black shirts. They get some pressure on Smith. DeMarcus Reed gets the sack, and that forces a 4th down. And on that 4th down, for some reason, they kick the ball to Braden Henry, and he makes them pay. Down the near sideline, 49 yards, untouched, 14-7 Abilene High, and they were on their way. Next Eagle possession, they give the ball to Ethan Joyner on the sweep. He's got space and a touchdown for Abilene High, 21-7 Eagles. Last play of the first half. Henry, quarterback, he looks like he's stopped going to the right, but he kicks it back out this direction, gets the corner turned. The senior is not going to be caught in the open field. 81 yards for the touchdown. It's 28-7 Abilene High at the break. Let's move to the second half. Henry with the football. He's going to break some tackles, make a move, and then cruise in for the end zone. Henry, having him on your team's almost cheating. Let's check the score from Shotwell Stadium. Abilene High wins it by the final score of 42-21. Eagles get the season off to a great start, 1-0 with a 21-point victory over the Bobcats. We talked to head coach Mike Fullen after the game. Here's what he had to say about the team's performance.
Getting the turnovers defensively was huge, and the early scoop and score kind of stifled the momentum they had from scoring, and made it back to a 0-0 game, and then scoring on special teams early. That was huge. And then, our offense they got things going once we kind of figured out what they were doing defensively, their schemes, and I thought Coach Hartfield had a really good game plan as far as getting the ball in our playmakers' hands, and then when you've got Braden Henry doing what he can do, and he's a special player, and super fired up for him. He was excited about this game, and a lot of times our best play is when a play breaks down or when everybody's covered and he can take off, and he's a special player.